In this time of being locked down and separated, we are experiencing the devastation of the loss of loved ones, the loss of jobs, the loss of security, and the fear and uncertainty has many in a state of panic and feeling absolutely helpless. I believe that no matter what your circumstances, you can take control. And this is the subject of today's episode. Hello, hello, hello. This is Beverly Fells Jones, the Silver Fox of Consciousness, and I want to welcome each and every one of you to today's episode. I am an author, teacher, speaker, certified leader, and practitioner for the Silver Method and the Prime Directive and other techniques. On this show, I talk about how to expand your world of thought, exploring the world of positive thinking, the law of attraction, and consciousness from many points of view. I intend to share with you information that will enlighten and empower you in your life. I'm here to encourage you to think in the positive and to show you actually that miracles can happen. I truly believe you have been given the power of the word and thought to create the life that you desire. If you're new to this episode or to this particular podcast, YouTube channel, iTunes, wherever you are, and you like this, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe so that you'll be notified whenever I upload some new thoughts, some new things, some new ideas. In my last episode, I talked about feeling and facing fear head on. Paraphrasing Will Smith in the movie After Earth, which I played for you in the last episode, fear is not real. It is an illusion of your imagination. Now, don't get upset with me yet. Just continue to listen on. So fear is not real. It's an illusion of your imagination. Danger is real. It is like a dangerous animal stalking you, right? Or on the road ahead, there is a fallen tree, right? And you might hit that tree while you're driving. That is danger. The thing about fear is it can cause you to freeze in action and freeze in thought. You know, facing your fears and allowing the universal mind, God, Allah, Jesus, whomever you call the creator of this universe, allow them to open your mind to possibilities. And sometimes during this time, it's really hard to be able to think this way. It's hard to go into meditation. It's hard to breathe deeply. It's hard to look out and know that I don't have a job and I got to pay my rent. Or I don't have a job and the mortgage is due. I don't know how to feed my kids. I don't have enough money to do that. These are real. They're not a danger yet. There's a danger in being homeless, right? There's a danger in being out in the world without shelter. That is definitely a danger. And right now I am feeling and praying and meditating on all those people who are homeless and have no shelter. And I have not heard anything on the news about what cities are doing about the homeless. I mean, you really can't put homeless in the homeless shelter because they're up on top of each other. So this would be a place with an explosion of the virus taking hold. In my mind, it's like you're better off being outside in a tent far away from each other and keeping your distance, right? Finding a place to shelter in place. There's another thought in my mind about full-time RV people. For those of you who have listened for a while, you know I go camping. And this time of year I would have been out camping. But the campgrounds are closed. They're closing down. The campgrounds that are open, they're being open, but the showers are closed, the bathrooms are closed. So if you are a camper who camps with a tent, right, then you've got to dig a latrine. There's water always available at your campsite. But most full-time campers are either camping in their vans or their RVs, or I have a travel trailer. So we've got a lot of things in place. And if we're in a good spot that has a place to dump our gray water and our black water, that means our toilet and our kitchen water, and we have water and electricity, we're good. We can shelter in place. As long as we've stocked enough food inside of our camper. I mean, we may have to go out to get groceries, but we can be distant from one another. But state parks have closed. A lot of private campgrounds have closed. So these people are scrambling to look for a place to be. There are people who are full-time campers in their vans, so they are called stealth campers, and 95% of them had gym memberships so that they had a place to go shower every day. They would go work out and shower. Now they don't have that because the gyms are closed. A lot of the bathrooms in the rest stops and the gas stations are closed. So they're needing to find a way to get water, to get rid of their waste. So people are experiencing things in worlds that you may not even have known about. Food, clothing, and shelter. These are the things that we right now are worried about. We are facing the unknown, and many, as I mentioned, are losing or could lose their jobs. Right now, it's like twice the highest. Millions of people have filed for unemployment. People are afraid of being sick. And the other piece of that is that people who have lost their jobs, and if they had insurance through their jobs, the insurance is now gone. So now they have no health insurance. So basically, we are all feeling insecure at this time. And it makes it really difficult to turn to your higher self and seek help for answers so you can survive. People are motivated by 5 basic category of needs. And this was analyzed by a gentleman by the name of Abraham Maslow. A lot of people know that Maslow's hierarchy. And base at the very bottom of that triangle is physiological. Next comes safety, then love, esteem, and self-actualization. And at this time, 90% of us are at the bottom of his triangle, which is physiological: food, water, shelter. And for many, safety became because they didn't have a place to shelter in place, as I mentioned, the homeless and those who are full-time RVers, those who were surviving, just surviving. There have been people who have been living in their cars, just surviving. Now, the only good thing about this, and I went, is like gasoline is super cheap. I could travel now. I could fill up my truck and I could go on trips, but there's no place to go. And I can't travel right now. So all of this stress has caused people, and this is happening right now around you, are people are committing suicide because they can't handle this stress and they'd rather die. These are people who were teetering on the edge anyway. And now this has pushed them over. You've got a households that are a major stress and they're on lockdown. There are people who are on lockdown with their abusers. And even now, the abuser was already bad, but with this stress, they feel there's no place to go. These are the people that I go into meditation for, as well as everybody else, but especially for people who are really down into this stress level. So what can we do to reduce our stress and fear? Well, a couple of things that I just saw. The government's going to be issuing $1,200 checks to people, including people on Social Security, which really surprised me. Now, for some people, this will help with some of the expenses, such as their rent and utilities, but this isn't very much. I mean, here in the Dallas area, a cheap rent is $900, right? And then you have light and depending on where you live, electricity. So do your research and see if you're eligible. Also, people who are 1099, who are in the gig economy, they need to research too, because it looks like they have been talked about and considered in this also. So this might help a little bit. And now they're talking about giving another month or two of help until we can get people working again. So do the research to do that. I'm seeing more and more wonderful scenes and posts of coming together to help others. So why am I saying that fear has nothing to do with it? Well, it's because you're a resilient human being. Think of a time or two when you were afraid and not in danger. Think of a time when you faced that fear about what was going to happen on the other side. We're all in this situation right now where we have no clue of what's going to happen. So what I invite you to do is to look for my episodes on fear. In one of those episodes, I do a meditation, and I'm going to do a short meditation in this one. But facing your fear, I don't want to talk about them all over again. In fact, any of my videos on YouTube or my audios on Spreaker or on my old audios out on Blog Talk Radio, which are under Commanding Your Life, they all are going to help you relax and begin to allow your higher self, your intuition, your subconscious, your God consciousness, the God that is inside of you, to come out, to give you peace, to relax you, to bring you to a point where you can just start thinking about what is your next step. I know it looks really bad, but at this moment, there's only so many things you can do. One, I want you to eat healthy because you need to keep your immune system up. Right now, you need to look at those things. Take care of yourself. As I said, look and see what you are eligible for as far as the government grants are concerned. I said the 1099 people, so people who have a small business. I haven't looked yet, but you might check with the Small Business Association or see if your local Chamber of Commerce has put anything up. Find out where you can get information so that you can get money to survive. For those of you that are not in a business, I want you to sit and write your skills. Who are you? What are you personally able to do? Do you possess certain skills? A lot of people in my area, there are young people, older people who are offering their skills like right now. You know, do you need your lawn mowed? Can you pay me? I'll charge you X number of dollars to mow your lawn. I saw one woman, a person online, who got upset because somebody knocked on her door, stepped back to keep their distance, and they asked, "Do you need your lawn mowed? Can I mow your lawn for you? I will charge this." She was angry. Yeah, I live in an HOA, and yes, I gotta keep my lawn mowed, but stay away from my door. This was a person who was being resourceful, looking for a way to earn some money. Her or whoever the next person was who said, "Yes, I need my lawn mowed. How much?" And yes, I'll put it in an envelope and leave it under the mat when you're finished. They didn't have to be close to each other. But now this person had something done for them that allowed another person to possibly get the meal for their family that night. I know we're all afraid, and I know that we have things, but if you don't have the money to pay that person, can you say, "I don't have the money to pay you, but I do have some food"? Or right now, I got a package of toilet paper. Right? I mean, you can barter for your services. I'm looking at what in this economy can people are doing, or being the people who deliver food. People are working in the grocery stores. They're risking themselves, but they're saying stay away, keep your distance. People are getting jobs and doing things during this particular time. Assess your skills. Planning for your future, whether, what kind of job did you have before? Were you happy with that job and you were ready to go and find another job doing what you love? There have been a lot of people who started their own businesses, and yes, they're scrambling now to keep their clients and keep their business up and all of that. So let's look at that and see what you can do. One woman is an artist, and she's been showing what she's been working on Facebook, and people have been buying her art. So what is it that you do? Do you make a mean taco or enchilada? There are things that we can cook in our kitchen. So if you're in Texas, look up the cottage law. Whatever state you're in, look up the cottage law and see what kind of things you can do out of your house. Are you a seamstress? Can you alter clothes? Do you have place to plant a garden and overplant this year so that you have food that you can sell? Greens. People are doing microgreens. Now, there's some laws against microgreens, selling microgreens. You got to have a special permit, so you have to look that kind of stuff up. But there are things that you might be able to do that you think is normal for you, but for other people, it's like, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to do that. I love baking bread. I make soap, and making soap with colloidal silver in it, I can do that because it'll be a way for washing your hands and cleaning your hands, because silver has been shown to kill bacteria, viruses, and fungus. There are ways to do it. I want you to take care of yourself mentally. Now, these are ways to put things in action, but I want you to take care of yourself mentally. Physically, do things. Go for a walk. Keep your distance, but get out in the fresh air. Even if it's cloudy, raining, get your umbrella, get out in the fresh air. That walking will help de-stress you. Now, as you know, I teach meditation with a purpose. Meditating with a purpose, not just meditating and listening to, sounds or anything like this, but meditating directed, because I found that for myself, I can't keep myself focused when I'm just there and just sitting and trying to clear my mind of all thought. That was like, I can't do that. I start thinking about stuff and, okay, what am I going to cook for dinner? Or I need to do this. Well, I got to write this out. Oh, that's a good idea. I need to understand. Guided, directed meditation. It's not just breathing right or centering on your heart. Meditation with a purpose of getting your subconscious mind to help you discover how to thrive and to kickstart you to doing your best and to lead you to what you can do to get through this with ease and grace. In the description box, I put a link for my meetup page. And the first Friday of each month, I have a meditation program. Normally, it's in person. But this month, actually today that I'm recording this, you can go to meetup.com and search for Commanding Your Life or my name, Beverly Fells Jones. April is complimentary. So I want people to join me. So hopefully you're listening to this as I upload it. Join me and others to learn the technique that has helped thousands of people create the life that they desire. The book Think and Grow Rich was created between 1926 and 1937. Actually, it was started before that. In 1926, Napoleon Hill had a correspondence course called The 16 Laws of Success. And he sold that, and people did that over time. The 1937 book, I realized as I was going through it, is a subset of the 16 Laws of Success. Now, why am I bringing that up? This was during the Great Depression. Think and Grow Rich during the Great Depression, when people were having a hard time finding jobs. So in this book are techniques that people use during this time to earn a living and to prosper, to find their job, the job that's based on their own abilities, also to create businesses that people needed. So you want to know and use those techniques today with the updates that I have included in the masterclass that will start soon. So I've decided to up the game to help you in the best way I can to survive and thrive when we come out of this quarantine. So when you sign up to do the Think and Grow Rich Masterclass, I want you to use the code CORONA to get the early bird pricing, and all who attend will be getting the added bonus of an hour's personal, private session with me to help you plan your success. All you have to do, and it's in the description, go to tiny URL, that's tiny like in little, URL, right? .com, tinyurl.com/Think Rich 2019. Somebody said 2019. I said, yeah, I just decided not to change it. 2019, because we're going to go back to the prosperity of 2019 and move it forward. Now I may change it to 2020 eventually, but right now it's tinyurl.com, Think Rich 2019, and use the discount code CORONA, and you will be given the early bird pricing, because that's long past now. Okay? Now, I'm going to pivot just a little bit. And I want to tell you, I am not a medical doctor. I'm not a nurse. I am not any kind of medical professional. I am a woman who took control of her body. So anything I say in this broadcast is a personal opinion and is from my own experience. I am not giving any medical advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I am sharing with you what I am doing and what I am training and having my family do. I am sharing this with you because I've seen too many posts of someone losing a family member to the disease. To disease, period. So I'm urging you to do your research. You can do more than just wash your hands and keep your distance. There is more that you can do. Let me tell you this. When you cut your body, it heals itself, right? Have you cut your finger? Recently I was slicing some stuff and the knife slipped a little bit and it cut my finger. I washed it out, put a little colloidal silver on it, or hydrogen peroxide is the other one, and cleaned it out so I made sure the germs wasn't there and put a Band-Aid on it. And then a day or two later, I took the Band-Aid off and my finger was healing itself. I didn't do anything. My body took care of it. It said, ooh, we got cut. Ooh, let me send the white blood cells down there and let's start making new skin cells to close this up. I didn't do anything. My body, your body, knows how to heal itself and it has the tools that it needs. However, if you are not feeding and giving your body what it needs, it's going to fail. It's going to not do what it needs to do when it needs to do it. Let me start by saying I have not been happy with what I have been taught about my body and how to take care of myself for many years. So, I went out and started studying what can be done. Now, I've told this to my friends, I've told this to my clients, I've told this to anybody that would listen. My doctor, my former, he's like 3 or 4 doctors back, I did a blood test that day. For some reason, it was just I was going in to get some check or something, but not a checkup. I had a specific thing I was going in for. And for some reason that day at lunchtime, I decided I wanted a Big Mac, fries, and a milkshake. Yeah, the worst thing you could possibly do. Bread, fried potatoes, milkshake full of sugar and stuff. I mean, that was a carbohydrate storm. I went in and she said, okay, we're going to take a blood test. I said, what do you mean take a blood? I'm not fasting. That's all right. It won't matter. Yes, it will. I just had a hamburger, french fries, and thing. And they did my blood. And he came back and told me that I was pre-diabetic. Now, they did an A1C. A1C is over 3 months. But I also asked what my blood glucose level was an hour and a half after I had this carbohydrate storm. So those of you that know, the insulin should have spiked like crazy and I should have had all kinds of glucose in my body. And I remember because I saw the thing and it said 120. Do you know how many diabetics would like to see 120 an hour after they ate that kind of food? Okay. Well, my doctor said, you're pre-diabetic. I am ordering metformin for you. And I went, no, you're not. And he said, what? I said, I'm not going to take it. What else can I do? No, I'm just going to order the metformin. Just get on the pills. What else can I do to stop this? And I had another prescription I needed to get, and I went and he had ordered it anyway. And I told the pharmacist, put it back on the shelf. I'm not going to take it. If I had followed and stayed with him, I would probably be a roaring type 2 diabetic on multiple medications and insulin. I'd be on statin drugs and have blood pressure medication and who knows what else. And I would be in the higher risk category. I'm already in the age group, but I would be in the higher risk category. So, in light of that, I asked the question, what is causing me to be pre-diabetic and have high blood pressure? And I was getting colds. And I came down to one thing, nutrition. I wasn't giving my body what it needed. Now, to shorten this story, I changed my diet from that standard American diet, that hamburger, french fries, milkshake, all those things. Or, yes, I went from that standard American diet to a personalized low carb, high fat diet. I was never super big. The highest weight I had ever gotten was 175 pounds. And that's when I was pregnant with my son. But there were times when I got almost that high, not pregnant, right? Well, I lost over 20 pounds from where I was. I used to be struggling to try to drop 10 pounds or 20 pounds. I tried to drop 10 pounds for my son's wedding. I couldn't get it off, right? But I lost over 20 pounds. And for me, that was a lot. So cutting the majority of the sugar and carbs from my life caused me to no longer be pre-diabetic. I went down to 5.5 A1C, for those of you that know the number. My blood pressure, down. No longer no blood pressure fits. And I stopped getting colds. I am no longer on medication because I took control, knowing that if I gave my body what it needed, it would take care of itself instead of eating all these sugary drinks. And well, I had cut out sodas a long time ago, but I had other sugary drinks and things I was dealing with. So I also added supplements to my regimen. And during this time, right now, I have upped what I take. So I'm going to share with you what I take. This is what I do. I want you to Google everything to see what is good for you to help you have a healthy body. I take vitamin D. Actually, I take like 5,000 units a day. Vitamin C, I just started just taking vitamin C until I felt like I had to go to the bathroom, because that's the indication you have maxed out your vitamin C. And then I backed off that amount. The amount for you is different. They're talking, 5 to 6,000 units, right? K2 goes with the D3. That's in conjunction with D. It helps the D work, and it helps the calcium go into your bones. That's what I learned. Look it up. I doubled my zinc because if you've listened, they are with the hydrochlor, whatever that stuff is, the malaria drug stuff. They're doing Z-Packs and increasing zinc because zinc will stop that virus from doing different things. I'm not the doctor. Look it up. Find it. All right. And I upped my vitamin A, and I have a multivitamin with minerals. I take 1 ounce of colloidal silver each morning. Now, the FDA has warned against that because a couple of, I call shysters, were trying to sell it, but there have been thousands. For some reason, all the colloidal silver generators are being sold out. The colloidal silver at Amazon is being sold out, because people know that it helps. It has been shown in scientific studies that it's antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial. So I put it in spray bottles and I spray it on things, but I don't wipe it down because it's the silver that takes care of it. You just let it air dry when you spray it down. Okay. Anyway, when I feel like I'm getting a cold, I up that 1 ounce to 3 times a day. There are several doctors on YouTube that I recommend. One is Dr. Bergman, John Bergman. Dr. David Brownstein, I just found him, and he's has two particular videos out there of people who have survived this illness. And so watch his channel, Brownstein, Brownstein. He is a medical doctor that's been in practice over 20 years. Dr. Darren Schmidt, now you might, sometimes I find him a little hard to listen to, but when I have followed his advice, I have been fine. These people are saving lives with their advice. So I put links in the description. The other thing is that's been coming out is that doctors in China and Italy are giving high dosages of vitamin C. So Google is your friend, and it may save your life or a loved one's life. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. I am not a doctor. Let me tell you this again. All of this is anecdotal. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Do not take what I said and say, okay, I got to do this. I want you to go and research that. I'm going to tell you this. When I went to go buy vitamin C, when all of this first started, when the toilet paper was being sold out, the vitamin C on the shelf was gone. The only thing I could get was gummies, right? And I hate gummies, but I got them anyway because, gummies and it's got too much sugar in it and all that. I finally went online to Amazon and bought liposomal vitamin C, which is the one that Dr. Brownstein recommends. So that's all for today. Oh, I did promise you a meditation. Okay, so let's do that. If you're in a place where you can relax, you can close your eyes, then you can do that. If you're operating machinery, stop. If you're listening to this in your car, pull over or wait till you get home. But disengage from the machinery because this short meditation you need to close your eyes for. So close your eyes slowly and place your hands on your thighs. Take a deep breath in and out. Starting at the top of your head, you are relaxing all the muscles of your body. The more you resist relaxing, the more your body wants to relax. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Take a deep breath and relax your chest and just feel like your muscles are becoming jello. Your back, your abdomen, your hips, your thighs, your calves, your ankles, and your feet. Your whole body is relaxed and in a deep state of relaxation. I know sometimes it can be hard during these stressful times, and you might feel your muscles still tensed up. So just take and tighten up the muscle, just tense it up like you're getting ready to fight somebody. And then relax them. And you can see the difference. There is absolutely nothing for you to do except relax and listen to my voice. In whatever manner relaxation feels good to you, it is right. If relaxing sitting down works, if relaxing laying down, but keep your head up because you might fall asleep. Just take a deep breath in and then blow it out. Blow out all that tension in your body. Just relax. So even though you may not feel it now, you're creating new mental pathways in your brain. Anytime you want to come to this physical and mental state, just take several deep breaths and say relax. relax, relax. So you're saying relax 3 times, and you can return to this state easily and effortlessly. So I want you to mentally repeat after me. Every day, in every way, I am better, better, and better. Negative thoughts and words have no power over me at any level of the mind. Take a deep breath. Relaxing is so beneficial. As you notice the place in your body where you feel most relaxed, you realize that the feeling is moving throughout your body. Relaxing is wonderful. Take a deep breath. Notice how you feel, so that when you say relax 3 times, you can come back to this place easily and effortlessly, just by breathing deeply. I am going to count from 1 to 5. At the count of 5, you'll be wide awake, feeling rested as though you had a full night's rest. 1, 2, coming out slowly now. 3, 4, 5. Wide awake, feeling fine, feeling better than before. Perfect. I hope that this short meditation demonstrated that it's not difficult to relax your body through a guided, directed meditation. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up, subscribe, look for my latest videos. Pick and choose some of the ones with the title that interest you, and if you like them, give me a thumbs up. Anyway, this is Beverly Fells Jones, the Silver Fox of Consciousness, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening today. Please share the link to this show with your friends and family so that they can learn how to be the best that they can be. Visit my website at commandingyourlife.com and follow me on Facebook. Have any suggestions for the show? Just contact me by emailing Beverly at commandingyourlife.com. Be sure to join me on the next episode. As you have believed, let it be done to you, and it is so.